Anyone trying to cause crisis between the north and the southeast has failed. If they are being used by any force or anybody, whether the federal government, whether the state government, whether it is Hope Uzodinma or any person from southeast, north, or the southwest that wants to create animosity between the southeast and the north has failed, because politics is at play as we are speaking. Now we are asking very, very interesting questions. The north and the southwest have been at loggerhead for a very long time now. The north and the southwest has been at loggerhead ever since Tinubu started Yorubanization of the appointments. All of a sudden, the north is saying that they're having blackout. Then at the end of the day, we saw that it is a northerner that destroyed a facility that made some part of the north, a large area of the north, get into darkness. Now we are hearing a lot of things. Lagbaja has been carrying out onslaughts against the criminals in the north, the terrorists in the north, and the sects in the north. Lagbaja has been carrying all sort of. Tinubu has been heavy on the northerners. Appointing Chief of Army Staff, who is Lagbaja, is an affront to many northerners, because as we know, they are the ones that occupy these positions in the north. The northerners, now them get the country, whether you like it or not. That's why it is very important for us to change the system. What happened to Lagbaja? Why? How did he? What happened? The cause of his death. Of course, the Nigerian government won't want to tell you, but there's a power play between the north and the southwest, and Tinubu. They are looking for ways to weigh down Tinubu's government because of, I don't know what might be their problem. So if the southwest or anybody is trying to divert the chaos, the fight between the north and southwest, and make it a southeastern and north thing to divert attention, that person will not succeed. Gone are the days where the media, the traditional media, will be the only one that will tell us how to think, what to read, and what actually is news. Since Elon Musk, the owner of Twitter, helped Trump with the media to win the elections, he said something. Now, news is determined by the people, not by corporations, not by legacy media, because this legacy or traditional media have been corrupted. So what happened in the southeast, I suspect, is another ploy to plunge the southeast into an unending crisis with the north, so as to divert the whole attention, that the whole missiles that the north is firing into the southwest. As I said it, and I will say over and over again, that Tinubu's regime has exposed the southwesterners. From the onset, people were not really attacking the Yorubas or anything. They were hitting on Tinubu. Some people came up and said, he's our leader. Why are you attacking him? No. Personally, I don't see Tinubu as a Yoruba person. That's my personal take. Every other person that sees him as, I don't see him. He does not represent the ethos and the ethics of the Yoruba people. When they talk about Omoluabi, he does not represent. There's no way he represents. The more reason why, if I'm going to carry out my criticism on anybody, I don't carry out this criticism based on tribe. I have issues with just the Yoruba Ronu and Yoruba conservative, because they are getting so many things wrong. They are trying to plunge the country into another civil and genocidal war. The other guy that said Igbo must go was trying to bring in ethnic crisis, ethnic war, which at this point in time will not be good for Nigeria. There should be an understanding. Everybody comes together, a referendum, adjustment in the constitution, then we go for state resource control or regionalism or what have you. So anybody diverting the crisis, the fight between the north and the southwest to the east have failed. Are you anticipating the December 2nd as declared by Samanekba? Are you anticipating that? Is it because of that you want to create chaos in the southwest? But let me tell you something. What Tinubu has done, he has set up the Southwesterners to be dragged by either the Southeast or the North. The next election, Tinubu is hoping on the South-South and the North, I think the Northwest. He's hoping on the South-South and the Northwest to win elections. How did he win the election? He did not win major states, but he made sure he became a second position. He pulled second position in every of these major states. That's how Tinubu won the election. Because before, everybody thought that if you don't win states like KKK, Kano, Katsina, and Kaduna, and Abuja, and Rivers, and everything, if you don't win the states, and Lagos, you cannot be president. But Tinubu proved everybody wrong by making sure he pulled second in all of these states, and he took from other states. However he rigged the election, he knows. The North, I believe, is setting a big trap for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Look at the N-Band governors' protest. The North has not been known. We don't know the Northerners as people that come out to protest. But you see how their political leaders were so much involved in protesting against Tinubu's government. They want to destabilize his government. All of a sudden, we saw Russian flags. As usual, the Southwest media blaming the Igbos for that organizing that protest, despite the fact that it was a Yoruba man, which is Shore, that stood up with his full chest, beat his full chest, and said they are spearheading this protest. He was tweeting and tweeting all sort of things, but yet the media, the Southwest media, was focused on P2B obedience and the Igbos, wanted to give them a bad name. They never knew that the North had a plan, and that plan is to make sure that this governance will be ungovernable. And they don't talk too much. They do their things codedly. All of a sudden, the national grid is collapsing. Today it collapses. The next day it collapses. And we're asking, what is the problem? So are you trying to give the dog a bad name? Are you trying to give Tinubu's administration a bad name? Of course, that's the problem. And this battle is not going to stop now. I know Tinubu is going to win the next election because we live in a society where everything is rigged against you. We live in a society whereby we have goats. See, look at the Uber driver. That Uber driver, that a very dark man, Adeyanju, despite the fact that he was threatened, his life was threatened, he was slapped twice by a House of Rep member. Activists came up and they were fighting for him. He's now coming back to apologize. That is a typical Nigerian for you. The guy is an educated person. He's a graduate. That is a typical Nigerian from you. No value at all. No value. No value. So you think that with this kind of Nigerians, even the educated ones that are good, you are going to unseat Tinubu? The North should wait, or they are going to wait after 8 years. Then the payback will be massive. The payback will be massive. I've predicted it over and over again that they want to treat the Southwesterners as they are treating Igbos. But the luck that the Southwest has is that the Igbos don't want to have any alliance with the North at all. They are not interested with any form of alliance with the North. Let the North and Southwest settle their scores and fight to the death, fight to finish. Don't bring the Southeast into anything. The Southeast, we are not interested. So much so, those that are not even, the Southeasterners that are not even hopeful about Biafra, they are not interested in the governance of the APC, the governance of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What they are interested in, the normal my turn. Let us have a space. While the majority of Igbos are saying we want Biafra. And that is what we are going to get. When you look at the handwriting on the wall, you see a majority of what maybe the Northerners are doing in Tinubu's government. And I'm not going to pity for Tinubu because he has a legacy, grab, snatch, and run away with it. A legacy of manipulation, lies, and propaganda. So what does he? He's an evil genius politician. He's not a leader. He's evil genius, a politician that knows how to dribble, manipulate, and do Maradona. He's going to win the Northerners. But after 8 years, what next for the Southwest? The Southwest are saying all the things that they can say. But nobody is going to align. After Tinubu, everybody will stand on their own, much more divided than the other. The middle belt are saying that we don't want to join the North. This one are saying we don't want to join this one. South, we don't want to join Southeast. Everybody is getting more divided as we speak. And Tinubu, thanks to Tinubu for making that dream a possible. So it's going to be easy for us to start calling for the Yoruba conservatives are doing something about everybody leave our place. We own this land, we want to take charge of everything. And everybody's getting the message. So people gradually, next a few years to come, people start looking at how they invest in their region, which I support 100%. Because an Igbo man would not achieve destiny under this kind of situation. An Igbo man would not find solace. An Igbo man will not be able to operate, will not breathe under this Nigerian system. Well hated, and they don't like the way he does his things, his culture and everything. They feel that he needs to be a servant for them to like. An Igbo man doesn't want to bow to anybody, in deed or in service. They don't want to bow to anybody. But every part of the country wants Igbo man to just become a servant, which we are not. That is why we are calling for this North and Southwest. They should get into more deeper fights that will, at the end of the day, everybody will now have to go their separate ways. Let's get a reaction from one of our Yoruba analysts.
We are talking about 200 million people, and you are now talking of somebody is sabotaging you. So if somebody is sabotaging you, then you too find a way to sabotage this effort also. It's do me, I do you. So for anybody that failed and they are not talking about sabotage, honestly speaking, I don't usually listen to something like that, that there are some people somewhere sabotaging my effort. What have you done to tackle those people sabotaging you? All power has been given unto you. So every other thing that you come out to as a flimsy excuse to give us, it will drop into my debt.
Is calling to be a one-time president.
A one-time president is not an offensive word, and it's not the end of the world. As I told you that I'm not interested in Tinubu second time. If he like, he win. If he doesn't like, he should come back to Lagos now. His house is at Badilum. I could remember when Jonathan also said that is Abuja my father's estate. It's also Rock my father. So Tinubu's father is also not Tinubu's father's estate. It's not so not also Rock. He has his house in Badilum. So by 2027, let them vote him out and come and sit down in his own house and rest. Maybe he will, after you have become president, maybe at least he will give himself rest. So for calling him one-time president, if he now started bothering himself about that one without, even proving it already, then it's his own problem. It's 2027 that's going to prove that one. And if he becomes one-time president, I don't see, maybe the way I'm listening, I'm just listening like a contented person or somebody that don't have much ambition. But for somebody like Tinubu, I don't know what it means to him or to any politician. But maybe because I'm not a politician, I don't see any big deal. You are talking about president of Nigeria. I am, but all this kind of
conservative support parliament second term.
I know, no, my own conservative doesn't reach that level. I've told you that what I owe Tinubu in 2023, I have given him. So in 2027, Oyo, if you know how to, I'm not his full soldier. I don't receive salary from him. I don't know him. So why will I give myself headache on top of Bola Tinubu 2027, that the one that we give him in 2023, he has not been able to manage it the way I expected him to manage it. So I will still be thinking of giving him another one. When you give somebody something, he manage it well, then it will motivate you to give him another one. But we give him in 2023, he has not spent up to 2 years. We have not seen how well he could manage it. Then how will I be bothering myself about 2027? If he's a one-time president, so be it.
His regime does not benefit the Southwest.
In what way has he benefited us?
They are building infrastructures around.
Is it, on, is it only in Southwest they are building infrastructure? Infrastructure are being built, Port Harcourt Road, all this road from Lagos to Sokoto. Appointments. Honestly speaking, the only area that I see that Tinubu a bit send message to the northerner that in one particular regard is appointing a controller general of custom, and he's a Yoruba man. Even if he's not a Yoruba man, even if he's an Igbo man or an Ijaw man, I've not heard that somebody from South has become controller general of custom. And yet, there are still some area that is still covered for the North. Mele Kyari, Director General of NNPC, is overdue for change because we couldn't see his performance. Yet Tinubu keep him there for a particular purpose. He reserved that to best known to him, political. Tinubu, despite that he's a Yoruba man, he's still trying to please them there. He's like he's biting and blow approach that he's using. Give them blow, still blow it, like creating, you know, this Nigeria is not a place that is very very easy to govern like that. You know that Tinubu have once arrested Badejo, head of Meyeti Hala, and since then, did you hear anything from him? No. So to tell you that the man, the way he make his move sometimes is stylish of govern is different. Make a move, withdraw, arrest them, detain them. Oh, the whole world, release them, release them. So I know the tactical idea is using, but I've not, in the generality, I've not seen what make Tinubu deserve second term, personally. I've not seen it. Going to assess him just within 1 year. He has not spent 4 years. And that's what I'm saying, that we see 2027 is still far. It may change, things may change. It may, maybe before there's nothing God cannot do. If he is able to prove himself to Nigeria that I am capable, then, but I've started marking some scripts. Do you believe in him? Let me tell you, it's not that if I don't believe in Tinubu, I wouldn't supported him in 2023. But to believe in somebody is different from that person to prove himself, to reciprocate that belief that you have in him. I may believe, I may touch Mr. Oluwa is so person, but when we reach the battleground, I may see different person. So based on my ideology and my perception, how strong it is, and number one, let me tell you, I don't expect more from Tinubu as a president, because I said the three leading candidates in 2023, they are going there to claim mess. There are so many mess, accumulated mess. The one that Buhari created, the one that we have been having since the day of PDP, up to the day of Buhari, that everything now, Nigeria now dump into comatose. Now, anybody that come in, either Obi, Atiku or Tinubu, they are coming there to claim mess. Unfortunately, the approach at which Tinubu is claiming mess, I don't like it. I don't like it. His own style of, of try to revive Nigeria economy. Somebody said, ọmọ tó ń rù èèyàn ò lè fọjọ́ kan bọ́, a child that has like kashioko. Can you make him well feed in a day? You will just kill him. So it is a gradual approach that I think is happening now. He's still talking about increasing fat now. When Nigeria, we are dying at the because of high rates of a price of everything, commodity that you are buying in Nigeria, you are still planning on increasing it. Honestly speaking, this kind of a thing, you may generate income, but what about the well-being of your people and the future you are talking about? If we are not okay today, how can we face future? If you say you want to build future, we cannot pay our children school fees again. If you say you are building future, we cannot feed our children well today. Then what is the future for us? When, because you want to build future, our children started having kwashiorkor. You see, the children that have kwashiorkor that is not well fed is going to face future. So I don't know his own ideology. I still don't understand it. Who do you think is your preferred candidate? Who do you see around Nigeria's leadership space that really can do better? Honestly speaking, the beautiful one has not yet born. That is the problem. You know, in 2019, I supported Atiku. I said I prefer a smart chief. I like a smart thief than a dormant angel. A dormant angel. And since we have Atiku has not been able to come to prove that thing that I said, because I made the example of a thief that they give a shop, but he's so smart, he turned a capital of 50,000 to 100,000. But as he was doing that, he was able to give his boss 100,000. But after that one, he was also able to keep another 30,000 for himself. It's a thief, but it's a smart thief. But you give an angel, a dormant angel, you give it a shop, then he opened shop and the shop was looted and nothing was. But he was not the one that steal it. Oh. But he was so dumb to the extent that he opened the shop and everything was looted, or he just even collect the money. You don't know where he even put the money, the bank. You don't know the name of the bank he put the money, and everything just moribund. But he was innocent. So it's not that he embezzled the money. He just don't know how to manage that business. So that was my analysis in 1999. Say that come what may, I want Atiku to be there, but my wish alone is not enough.